Okay, so trimming. Remember there's 3 styles of different bases roughly that you can do. I'll take you through all 3 as I trim this pot. First step is to get the width here and kind of study the shape of the inside profile of your piece, because we want to try and imitate that on the outside. So get a measure of, with your fingies, the width there before it changes direction. So see how there's a little corner there? Roughly where it goes horizontal, where it finishes going horizontal. If it's a really strong curve, just do an average third of the bottom. So get that measurement there. If you need to, you can just make a little mark. Use 2 hands to flip your bowl over. Get that mark and like so. Try and push it into the middle and line it up with these rings as best you can. This piece is still really soft because I just threw it literally last night for this video. But, so it'll kind of work a little, I'll trim it into it a lot faster. But anyway, okay, so from here, we try and line up with the rings as best we can. And then we come in with our needle tool. Remember, 2 hands together, don't touch the piece, elbows down. Drop that needle tool down very gently and draw a vague line. That side's fatter, that side's skinnier. We push it towards the skinny side. Rub that out, do it again, and again and again until that lands pretty much in the middle, which it looks like it is. If you've got a lot of extra clay here at the bottom, like me, you might want to come in from the side. It's very gently, just going dunk, 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 dunk. All right, find that line, a little push away. Dunk, dunk, dunk. A little bit more. And now it's going all the way around, which means it's in the middle. All right, next step. 3 little balls of clay. Hold the base. If you don't hold the base, you push it off center and then you have to do that whole process all over again. Hold the base. Lugs on. Give it a little wiggle. Make sure it's not going anywhere. Okay, from here, find those notches. We're going to draw a circle either side, like so, and that's going to map out your foot. Now, if you pulled your wire through and it was a very narrow base, you'd see the wire pretty much traveling through, or you know that when you put your needle tool down, there wasn't much here on the bottom. You'd just draw one line and we'd leave the base flat. Anyway, talk through that. That's like essentially the number 1 style. Whoopsies. Okay. So, first step is trimming that outside excess off here. So, using the big tool, if you've got a big surface area, nice fast speed, index finger and tool touch, and it should ribbon off. It's a little bit chunky because my clay is a tad soft, but it's all right. Nice and fast. Swiping your little trimmies away. See how this left hand is gently resting on the base? I want 2 hands touching together. Index finger pressing against that tool helps you stay really nice and steady. And have a guess where your elbows are gonna be. Down on your legs. Nice. As you come down the side, you wanna just ease off the amount of pressure that you're doing so that it blends that side in. See how I've got a bit of a groove there? That just means I can do more trimming. Coming down, up and down, gently as I come further down the pot. You kind of can't trim that top third of your piece. We'll try and make sure that that is really nice when you're throwing rather than doing it now. Coming down, gorgeous. Be mindful of where your lugs are too, because you can start bouncing. Okay. Then we're going to do the inside. Say we just go across with this tool, leave it flat, that's style number 1. Okay, gorgeous, finished. Little sponge down, and you're done. If you want style number 2, you're taking out this center bit and just leaving that little foot there, and then that means that bit can be glazed. So for the inside, L shape with the left hand. Press that tool in against the thumb, going nice and fast. Coming down on the edge here like so. Then working from the center, across to the right, using that little thumbie. So when we go on the edge here, the thumb and the tool are pressing together, and you're slowly going to work down to get that depth, and then you can kind of move from the center across and know where you're heading. Like so. Very gently, like less pressure as you're getting closer to finishing the piece makes it smoother. And if you're getting lots of big spirals, like just check out the angle of your tool and the pace in which you're moving. You're going to be nice and slow with your hand, pretty fast with your foot, like 75%. Great. So that's style number 2, where you've taken the edge up and round, and then just the base is a little bit deep on the inside. All right, style number 3 is where you take down the clay on the outside of this foot ring. So index finger and tool press together. This is going to keep you super stable. If you have 2 hands separate, you're going to go all over the shop. So really press those 2 together. See, I've got a little pinky there, that can help you keep stable. Really press those 2 together and slowly, slowly, landing pelican. Slowly coming down. It looks really good when that inside depth and the outside depth are the same, like so, and then it looks like that little foot ring's just been added on. And then you can blend out that line there. So just very gently rotate that tool, like so. Gorgeous. The other few things you can do with trimming is like putting some texture in the outside. So using your thumb to press against the tool, you can start doing some little grooves if that feels fun for you, or to accentuate some grooves you may have thrown in. Yeah, you get it? Good. Okay, last, sponge it down. And you have to put your name in, not one initial, but at least 2, or your full name, whatever you like. You can get little stamps from Kmart and stuff too if you feel so inclined. Gorgeous. All right, gently take the lugs off, grab your piece off, and then you're just going to check that it looks nice, and you're done. Bravo, you've made something. I haven't had enough time to film a little handles video, but if you make anything that you want to put a handle on, keep it wrapped up in plastic. If you want to do any joining to anything, keep it wrapped up in plastic. If you just let that sit now, it's going to fully dry out. Okay, good luck.